Manifest.
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 Manifestation.
Manifest.
You can manifest anything.
For whatever good that you desire.
Hey, before we dive into manifestation ruined my life story, let me tell you something. Writing out this script, an emotional roller coaster, because nothing screams I'm spiritual like typing out universe lied to me, while ironically hoping the universe rewards me for my fucking honesty. So here we are, me, you, and the sparkly, overpriced dream factory known as manifestation. It promised me peace, wealth, success, and happiness, but instead it delivered me some premium anxiety, guilt, shame, and spiritual gaslighting. Where did it all begin? Not with a moon ritual or a vision board covered in gold and yachts. No. Just a text message from my brother. He told me what my parents wouldn't.
We are broke. Like really broke. Dad's been gambling for over 20 years. We lost the house.
No dramatic sit down from my dad. Just a casual by the way text that shattered everything. My trust, gone. My reality flipped upside down. My safety, where? So what did I do? I looked for a lifeline. A shortcut, a cosmic refund, and bam, the manifestation showed up, all sparkling and soft-spoken like, hey babe, you're not broke, you're not lost, you're just experiencing a low vibration state. That's really true, that's how I felt. Didn't mean that was true. I devoured the secret like it was my new Bible. Bob Proctor promised me, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. I saw a lot, but my hands still empty. I lit candles like... I didn't really lit candles because I have a dog and apparently lighting candles are not good for the dogs. I broke up with my boyfriend because he was too logical and lowering my vibes. I journaled until my fingers cramped up, and I even did a bay leaf ritual once because apparently herbs now works as Wi-Fi boosters to the universe. I made vision boards that looked like Pinterest threw up. I thought I was enlightened. I thought I was awakened. Spoiler, 3 years later, all I'd manifested was a deeper hole. Turns out I was running on a hamster wheel of shame in pastel colors. The manifestation industry, emotional fast food, looks good, smells good, but leaves you bloated and full of regret. Start simple. Write your goal, say your affirmations, act as if, trust the universe. And then spirals. If you're not rich, that's because you're doing it wrong. If you're sick, that's because your vibrations are low. If your ex ghosted you, that's because your limiting beliefs are calling it in. And it always ends buy my course, buy my seminar, buy my videos. Pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me. At my lowest, I believed alien named Bashar channeled on YouTube had the answers.
And for the past 40 years, I have been channeling an extraterrestrial entity that we call Bashar. Bashar is a first contact specialist from his civilization, which is called Essassani.
Yes, an alien. Because at that point, all human gurus seemed sketchy. Maybe aliens got it right. Bashar said, you're a non-physical consciousness, experiencing a physical reality you call a body. And I was like, yes, you're so right. No, just desperation. So there I was, broke, anxious, and isolated, thinking quantum physics would wire cash into my bank account because TikTok told me that particles respond to observation. Therefore, imagining wealth equal to instant money.
Things are only real when we observe them. You're going to observe money so it can become real for you.
So here's how to use water to manifest an entirely different reality.
It's not. So I stopped learning, I stopped improving because that meant I didn't trust the process. Learning about how to grow on YouTube? No. That means I didn't believe that my contents were already enough. Reading about storytelling and editing? No. That is a lack mindset. I got told to ignore reality, doubts, and those who are not aligned. I got stuck in a shame and glitter glue. Quantum physics is the buzzword everyone throws around like confetti. Here's the real deal. The double slit experiment shows the tiny particles act differently when observed. That is cool, right? But that's physics at a microscopic level, not a magic to make money appear.
Newtonian mechanics is not the fundamental descriptor of motion, but rather that it emerges from quantum mechanics as objects become large enough that their wavelengths are negligible. So don't worry, everything you learned in classical physics will still work just fine for any object you can see with your eye. For any object you can see with your eye. Any object you can see with your eyes.
Physicist Richard Feynman said, if you think you understand quantum mechanics, you don't understand quantum mechanics. Science is complex. Using its language without understanding it, that's just marketing dressed as truth. So when people say quantum physics proves manifesting is real, remember they pick and choose what they like and mix real science with sales. Curiosity is great, but don't confuse science with spiritual sales pitches. Everything fell apart. No boom, just slow erosion. I was exhausted, not from work, but spiritual overwork. I had to watch every thought. Do you know how many thoughts we have as a human a day? 12,000 to 60,000. I mean, I didn't really watch all the thoughts, but you know what I mean. I had to reframe every bad days as a cosmic lessons. I convinced myself wanting more is not being greedy. It's abundance mindset. I never said I can't. When it failed, I doubled down. I skipped hospital visits thinking positive mindset heals everything. I pushed my friends away because they were not aligned. My family didn't get me. I refused to ask for help because that meant I am admitting my failure. In reality, I was scared, I was sad, I was spiraling, but I kept my smile on my face because your outside world is a reflection of your inner world. Then I found Elle Literacy's video, The Constant Grift of Manifestation. I didn't want to watch it, told not to give energy to negativity. I clicked anyway.
Any racism, sexism, ableism, any kind of systematic disenfranchisement that you encounter is because you attracted it. And it's not actually the fault of the racist or the sexist or whoever. It's actually your doing because you attracted that. And then, like Rhonda Byrne said, all of the Jews who were murdered in World War II, all of the Palestinians currently being murdered by Israel, it's all because of their bad vibes. Are these really the people that we want to be listening to?
And I felt something. It was not joy. It was relief. All that burden, all that guilt and shame, it was not mine. It was Rhonda Burns.
I'm convinced that it's fat thoughts that make us overweight.
After Ellie's video, I dove into the world of ex-manifestors. It felt like joining a support group for recovering delusionals with glitter trauma. For the first time, I didn't feel broken. I didn't feel like I failed the universe. I felt human, and that was enough. I became millionaire. No, it didn't. No overnight millionaire story here. I haven't blown up. There's no cosmic algorithm chakra. Then what changed? I started seeing my future as something I could build, not attract. Admitted I don't magically know everything. Started watching tutorials, taking notes, googling what makes a good hook instead of how to manifest 100k views in 24 hours. I stopped expecting my high self to write the best video ideas. I started to write everything down, even if it sucked. I stopped treating my doubts as low vibe curses, instead seeing it as a normal brain doing a normal job. I'm not in a blissful success arc yet, but I'm moving. Without the invisible universe hand yanking me back every time I think a non-abundant thought. Allowing myself to be a beginner, to suck a little, to learn for real. And weirdly, that feels more magical and hopeful than any vision board I ever made. The real takeaway, manifestation as sold, it's mostly marketing hustle, not a magic.
I get everything I want because that's just the way it is. Things are always working out in my favor. I am so lucky. What's meant for me never misses me. I am always at the right place at the right time. I'm just that lucky.
Positive thinking is helpful, yes, but it's not a magic wand. It's just a tool among many. Life isn't only about vibration and thoughts. It's actions, environment, support, and sometimes, luck. If someone tells you that you are struggling because you're not vibrating high enough, because you're not believing enough, run the other way as fast as you can. Real science doesn't back manifestation money tricks. The double slit experiment shows weird particle behavior, not financial miracle.
Still work just fine for any object you can see with your eye.
Mental health, financial planning, real help, ignore at your own risk. Many people fall into debt buying those courses, promising instant success. Many gurus even encourage people to sell their house, sell their cars, and even take out some loans and attend their courses, their seminars, to show their real trust and faith into the universe. That's a red flag. If that doesn't sound like scam or red flag, I don't know what makes you feel like that's not. Growth is messy. Work, patience, mistakes, grace. In You Are Born Rich, Bob Proctor said, your ability to do is far greater than your ability to think. Meaning, action beats just good thoughts. This is freedom. You don't have to manifest 24/7 or obsess over vibes. You can work hard, learn, and be kind to yourself when life throws tantrums. So, here's to being human, imperfect, resilient, and real. Manifesting? Maybe manifest the courage to be ourselves, the flaws and all. So what do you want to manifest? For me, I'm manifesting honesty, real talk, and maybe less glitter. Thank you for sticking with me. If this hit home, share with someone who needs to know the truth behind these sparkles. And remember, you don't need to manifest perfection. You just need to show up. Messy and real, whatever. Just show up. You're enough anyway.